My name is Tyler Young. I have a Bachelor's of Science in Aerospace and Mechanical Engineering. After that, I went into education. So I consider myself an educator with an engineering background. I was a high school science teacher. I was a research and development assistant at the Center for American Indian Research and Native Studies, which produced educational resources for use in schools. And I was also an interpretive park ranger with the National Park Service. So I have a variety of educational experiences across an array of different environments. And I also have a passion for bringing engineering to more people through education. And so now I'm a first-year PhD student in the Department of Engineering Education here at The Ohio State University. I think I'm here at Ohio State University because it's the right place at the right time. It was a long journey for me to become a PhD student in engineering education. I looked at programs around 5 years ago when I was still a science teacher, and I knew I wanted to improve education in some way, specifically STEM education. And what was happening in schools, what I observed was not what we needed to be doing with our high school students. But when I looked at engineering education programs, it seemed to me that they were geared to create researchers who were contained in a higher education setting, who were not directly working with communities in ways I wanted to do so. And so at the time, I felt that wasn't the right choice for me. I sought opportunities with the Park Service to work directly with people in different communities across the country. But eventually I felt that I could be doing more, that I wanted to find unique ways to engage the wider population with engineering. And those methods didn't really exist. And so I realized in order to push the envelope, I had to push myself and return to higher education, to a PhD program. And it just so happened when I was looking at engineering education departments, I found the one at The Ohio State University, and it had a specific focus on community-based learning models, which fit perfectly with what I wanted to do. And it was a completely different outlook on engineering education than what I saw 5 years ago. So it's very exciting to be here. It seems like the department is growing, bringing on new students and pushing them to create new solutions, and I want to be a part of that. I think the most important factor when choosing a PhD program is the faculty, and more specifically an advisor who can mentor you and push you to grow. And when I was interacting with the various faculty members here, in particular Dr. Delane, who runs the Inclusive Community-Based Learning Laboratory, seemed like he would be able to push me in places I knew I needed to grow. He was very welcoming and made it clear that he would support my own educational and career goals. Specifically, I've worked in a number of rural communities throughout the country with either American Indian populations, predominantly Hispanic populations, in rural northern Maine, as well as in Alaska, South Dakota, Texas. So I have a variety of experiences, and I thought I could bring a unique perspective to his research laboratory, which has done a lot of work in local Columbus area community-based learning. And so I knew I could both learn and grow from this experience with Dr. Delane and also maybe contribute something unique to his laboratory. And in the end, I felt it was a great fit. After I complete the PhD program here, I really hope to be working with populations that traditionally are not part of the engineering education pathway. So this may include working in community colleges, to bridge the gap between their 2-year programs and 4-year programs at traditional engineering departments, or perhaps working in informal education environments with museums or in the nonprofit sector to bring STEM and specifically engineering educational opportunities to those students who are traditionally left outside of that environment. So I really believe that this degree here will give me an opportunity to pursue any of those career ambitions, which is why I think it's a great opportunity for anyone who wants to be in engineering education. I would absolutely recommend the Engineering Education PhD program at The Ohio State University for several reasons. I think the most important one being it's the right place at the right time.